What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Premier Boys Soccer Podcast.
You know what's going on here. We're playing FIFA while talking about soccer.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
That's
We've
right.
got a nice special guest here today. Go ahead and introduce yourself, my man.
Hey, I'm Tom, Man U fan. Been one since I was a kid. Just because whenever we catch a game, and all my friends were Man U fans back in the '90s, of course, for obvious reasons.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I'd be able to watch them,
Good days.
and that's just kind of what it is. So during the glory days. So, but we're gonna hopefully talk about seeing them on the upswing today.
Cool.
So, go ahead.
So, that brings us into the theme for the episode today. It's going to be all about Manchester United. Tom is the subject matter expert. We obviously have our own 2 cents that we've talked about throughout the entire season, Jay especially.
I don't know what that meant, man.
So, with that being
dark on that
said,
one.
we are also going to be using Manchester United as the team for the day.
You got it.
I got it.
Thanks, Tyler. God, you're such a good guy.
The best.
That didn't sound sarcastic at all, David. Thank you. So, Tom, I think, Jay, how did you want to run it?
I
You said
figured
you
we
had
kind of let Tom kind of kick it off with just some points, maybe things you want to see happen. Just any the biggest topic on your mind.
We can
So,
start with
let's start with this.
transfer
Well,
go
before,
for it,
no. Before we get to the transfer
Yeah, man.
news, I want to get your thoughts on this last season. How do you see this last season for Man United went? As a fan.
Shambles.
Shambles.
Just shambles.
We
Just
can
rubbish.
all
I
agree.
mean, complete just garbage. You have a team full
Can't
of
fight that.
professional players who gave up.
Yep.
It was unacceptable. I would have rather pulled out the youth team out there and sit those overpaid, on the bench and be like, go for it. Y'all can toss off in the summer and we'll just do a complete rebuild. Which that's what I'm hoping we're about to see right now. So
If you guys can get the signings, I think you're definitely going to see a bit of a big rebuild, and I think that'll be good for you guys. Really, really big.
I mean, that was the thing when they brought in Ten Haag. I mean, Ten Haag straight up told him, was like, we need these players. I need these players. If you want to rebuild, this is what I need. And that's what, as fans, we were all expecting that. We were expecting to see, one after another. From what I understand, he had a timeline by July 1st, I want all my players. And up until this past 2 days or even day or whatnot, we're like, it's almost July 1st when we've been working on De Jong for better part of 2 months.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boom, we got a fee agreed. Nothing signed completely, but it's 99.9% sure this thing's going to go down. And now we have Malasay from Vanderhoek, which I heard about that a few weeks ago. I was like, okay, do we need him? I was like, we need more than just fullbacks. We need a center defensive midfielder for heaven's sakes, and somebody replace that refrigerator in the back. McGuire is garbage. I mean, he is just it is horrible. But but we're seeing that right now because I mean, when your team's ran by a bunch of bankers, they're worried about the bottom line.
The profits.
And we were seeing. I mean, I was just talking about this earlier. Up until last week, we're like, are they going to sign anybody? I mean, are they really? And then Ronaldo's coming out and telling us like, hey, I'm pretty pissed off about what's going on. I'm here to win titles, and you guys aren't.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, his Mendes comes out of nowhere and starts shopping him. And then 3-4 days later, we start signing players. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because Ronaldo backs Ten Hag because I think what he wants to do is very, very, very capable with this team. For the players he needs, he can pick that up because he's going to be playing a high line. He needs. We have plenty of offensive-minded players, but we need the people in the defense to play their positions the correct way and way he needs, and that's what I'm saying. So, I wouldn't doubt that Ronaldo said, "Hey, if you guys don't start signing, I'm leaving." And then
Wouldn't doubt it at all.
And then he all of a sudden he's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, people are like, "Oh, that's no big deal, bro." And it's like, no, to a banker, you're talking about losing tens of millions of dollars in sponsorships and revenue based on CR7 brand leading.
T-shirt
You
sales,
speak
everything.
there, and that's what it is because those ownerships ran that team to the ground. I mean, taking dividends out, $30 million in dividends over this past year, out of the club while the club
Right.
ran on debt.
Yeah.
I mean, you have got you have Man City, you have Liverpool, Tottenham, Arsenal coming out of the woodwork, and we're penny pinching because what? Because the players don't want to give up their piggy bank. No, man. So hopefully we're seeing that. I mean, we're seeing that right now. We got Erickson possibly coming over. They're still in it for Anthony. I can see if that because that Anthony's like I think that's going and that has to happen.
I think
but we need a defensive. We need a holding midfielder. If we can't, we need somebody to replace McGuire.
I think Frankie can
he's
be
a statue.
that holding midfield for you.
Like I said, Vanderbeek said last year straight
true.
up told
That's
Solskjaer
right.
himself. He's like, dude, show me what to do, what you need a six to do.
You're gonna have a whole new team.
It's going to be a whole new team.
You're gonna have
But the beautiful thing is, because of last year, it showed the toxicity of that locker room, the selfishness of whatever. We're getting rid of all the Instagram whiners and the leakers and stuff. Now you're bringing in Ten Haag, man. You're legitimate. We have the capabilities right now of bringing in 5 to 6 players who he wants. And then couple that, you have your team players. You have Ronaldo wants to play for. You have. Then you have coming back. Martial's like, oh shoot, I can get action kick and play. He's coming back, and and Martial for as much stick as he gets, he's a 9. He's a back to the goal number 9. Yeah. He needs service, and that's where you're getting. I mean, Sancho's still there. He has the potential, but like I said, nobody could play on that team last year.
No.
That was horrible.
I think what one of the big issues is in the sense of the locker room is you guys have had babysitters for coaches the last 2 seasons, whereas you need a general, and that's what Ten Hag is. He's going to go in there and he's going to go, this is how it's going to go. Yeah. And if it doesn't go this way, you're not going to play. Things are going to you're probably going to build up fees and penalties and shit like that. They're going to just become a bad standing with the club, and you don't want that as a professional player, obviously. Because that's going to reflect off to, if you do try to move, other clubs are going to look at that and go, well, why are you such an issue there? Yep. Because you're selfish. I think you guys are really making the right moves finally. And I the second I saw you guys were looking at Ten Hag, I was like, man, with how every other team's like rebuilding kind of this summer with Chelsea, they're about. I think they did sign Dillit. I think that's done.
No.
No.
It's rumored.
Rafinha, yeah.
It's Rafinha.
They're looking at the Delitt's looking very possible.
Which one?
Matthias
Matthias
Delitt.
Delitt. And I was saying that's who Man U should have been gunning after heavy, because then you got Erik Ten Hag, Anthony, you have Van de Beek and De Jong with Delitt, which who did they all play for at Ajax?
Ten
Hag.
Yeah.
That's a reunion that's deadly. As a City fan, I don't want to see it.
No.
As a Man